All right, so real quick, my thoughts on this Nicki Minaj and Cardi B beef that's happening. Um, for those that you guys don't know, you probably do know by now, but just to give you a brief synopsis of what happened last night, there was some big fashion gala in New York. Apparently, someone decided to make sure Nicki Minaj and Cardi B were at the same event, knowing they have tension. So they were at the same event in this fashion gala in New York, and obviously, nigga shit ensued. You know, um, and so Cardi B basically attacked Nicki Minaj, or attempted to attack Nicki Minaj, but security and her entourage stopped that from happening. Matter of fact, Nicki Minaj didn't even have to move. Everybody else was making sure that Cardi B was restrained and make sure that she didn't touch Nicki Minaj. Now, like I said, nigga shit ensued during this so-called melee or this fight or this beef that these two chicks have. Um, Family, these two chicks represent the female aspect of hip hop. These two females are the face of female hip hop. Unfortunately, I would love to see these two chicks get removed, and we need some new blood because Cardi B ain't it, and Nicki Minaj is on her way out. You know, she's in her mid 30s, and she's not accepting defeat. She understands she has an upcoming rival, as in Cardi B. She knows that Cardi B is a threat. Cardi B is a machine. She is a puppet. She is a bird brain. Um, she came from loving hip hop, so she's used to taking orders and following directions. So we don't have a brain of your own, and you can't think for yourself, because all she's that's what she's good at. She's good at taking orders and following directions. So when you come from loving hip hop, where they have producers and writers on your show that tell you, "Hey, I need you to come in at this time to throw a shoe or a drink at this lady and start a fight." She's used to that kind of, she's used to that kind of atmosphere because it's cut action for her. It's all contrived, and it's all a team of people telling her what to do, and she follows directions. That's what she's good at. She's good at following directions. She's good at reading other people's lyrics because she has a team of writers and a team of people telling her what to do. So she is a bird-brained puppet. That's what she is. But Nicki Minaj is no better. Nicki Minaj, although I acknowledge and respect her rap skills, she is a lyricist. As far as content is concerned, not really my cup of tea at times. Is really not. But as far as lyrics and bars, she has it because she writes her own shit. And she is talented in terms of rapping ability. But that's where it ends. Nicki Minaj is in her mid 30s, and she's on her way out. Her last album, although personally I listened to the album and I think it's a pretty good album, to be honest with you, it flopped. According to her standards, her last album, it flopped, and she blamed everybody outside of herself. It was her own fault, but she blamed everybody. She attacked, Travis Scott and, the Kardashians. Just anybody that was not beneficial towards her, she attacked. But didn't look in the mirror, didn't look in the mirror. But she is a narcissistic. She is a narcissistic woman, and her downfall is her narcissism. That's her downfall. And she would do anything to benefit her bottom line. It could be, disrespecting the legacy of Malcolm X, like she did a few years ago with "Looking Ass Nigga" as artwork she had on that song that came out. This right here. And you guys were quick to correct me, because the last video that I did about Nicki Minaj, I forgot about this, but y'all corrected me about that. Nicki Minaj would never disrespect the legacy of, you know, our great ambassadors in Black society, such as a Malcolm X or a MLK or Marcus Garvey, etc. And she did, and this was only to benefit her. And so, like I said, she's on the level of just doing what she can do just for that dollar, no matter what. No matter what. And again, like I said, Cardi B is on the same level. As far as I'm concerned, they're both on the same level, and they both can cancel each other out. I want to see a new face in female hip hop. But when Cardi B did this, and I talked about this a couple weeks ago, where she did some kind of bootleg whack ass parody called "The Real Housewives of the Civil Rights Movement." I mean, everybody on that show takes a huge L. This was so disrespectful. But she did a parody, and she played Coretta Scott King. Like I said before, man, Cardi B is a bird brain puppet. You're not black, number one. You're not black, number one. And for you to be and be in a parody video for Coretta Scott King, Malcolm X's wife, and Jesse Jackson's wife, everyone that contributed to the civil rights and trying to eradicate, or at least trying to help eradicate white supremacy, even though it was civil rights, you don't hold a goddamn molecule compared to their legacy. So you being invited to be on that parody was a travesty, and everybody involved takes a huge L. But yo dumb bird brain ass, Cardi B, you're a controlled puppet. You would do anything as long as beneficial towards you and your bottom line. There was no excuse for you not to know any better. No excuse. I don't care how much of a peon bird brain Cardi B is. I know she's a stripper. I know she came from the from the ghetto, from the hood, or whatever the case may be. There's no excuse. For you to be that dastardly and low to disrespect somebody like a Coretta Scott King and Malcolm X and Jesse Jackson's wife on some whack ass parody. So again, Cardi B and Nicki Minaj are on the same goddamn level. Both of them are deplorable. Both of them are deplorable. They're on the same level. And for her to, for Cardi B to attack Nicki Minaj at some fashion gala in New York because reportedly Nicki Minaj liked a tweet that a fan posted that every other fan had liked regarding Cardi B's parenting skills, and the fact that they also were talking about at or at least the fan tweet said, her being associated, Cardi B being associated with Cardi B was associated with Kodak Black, who is, involved in misconduct with, or sexual misconduct with women, is appalling, or something like that. Something to that effect. Right? And Nicki Minaj liked the tweet. So this is what bird brains do, man. And, again, you attack, and by all means, it's a disrespectful comment, but it was a disrespectful comment by a fan. And Nicki Minaj having to like that tweet. So I'm pretty sure there were lots of likes for that tweet, probably in the thousands. So, but you want to single out Nicki Minaj and attack her instead of going after everybody else who actually, especially the original person who posted that tweet. Why don't you go after everybody else who liked that tweet and the original poster talking shit about you? See, the logic of somebody who has a bird brain doesn't understand that concept. And the fact that, now that you have all this attention and all this fame and money, and you came from where you came from, again, you can't take a hood chick, you can't take that hood chick mentality, right, out at all, because it'll follow her everywhere she goes. And it shows, you know? So a hood chick is going to be a hood chick regardless. A ratchet thought is what she is, who got knocked up by Offset from the Migos. And, you know, she was in other fights previous to this fight, or this alleged fight. Not alleged fight, but this scuffle or whatever with Nicki Minaj. She was trying to fight some other chick at a strip club with Offset. So, you know, she has that ghetto ratchet mentality that's from Love and Hip Hop. And she really thinks that, you know, a writer, producer of the show is going to tell her, cut, action, fight this way, you know, come in this way after this chick says this line and stuff like that. That's where she comes from. She has that damn mentality, you know. But it's unfortunate that, you know, again, Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, they are the face of female hip hop. But I would like to see these two chicks cancel each other out. It's unfortunate that female MCs like Rhapsody, like Ciroc, they don't get the recognition they deserve simply because they don't have ass and titty implants. And that's unfortunate. For you to be relevant in female hip hop, you got to have ass and titty implants. And these two chicks, they're not going to compromise their integrity for that. They're strictly focused on generating, producing good music. That's why they're at their level right now, and that's why they don't get the recognition they deserve. And chicks like Cardi B and Nicki Minaj, you know, they get the recognition they deserve because of who they are, right? What they developed on their body, and that's what it is. But I hope these two chicks cancel each other out. I would love to see a new face or new faces in female hip hop. And it looks like the pattern is going to continue. I mean, you have chicks like City Girls who are up and coming. I understand they got a big feature on Drake's, you know, song that just came out. So it's gonna continue, man, with all this ratchet ass female rappers. So I would just say, hey, you know, continue to support female MCs like Rhapsody and Ciroc. You know what I'm saying? Snow the Product is another good MC. She's really good, actually. That nobody really gives her the just due. Snow the Product, man. So it's a lot of, you know, dope female MCs out there that don't compromise their integrity by getting ass and titty implants and injections so they can be relevant, you know, and just exhibit ratchet behavior. Right. And the fact that somebody like a Cardi B, who has a bird brain mentality, that's willing to go ahead and just risk it all so that her child that she just had, can either be, you know, in custody by Offset, who is a goddamn rapper that fucks thoughts and groupies all the time. So that's going to be an unstable household. Or, you know, the child is going to be, you know, raised by somebody else. So she's ready to risk it all, regardless, because of a comment on social media said by a stranger that happened to be liked by Nicki Minaj. Well, again, attack everybody else that liked that damn comment, especially the original poster who posted that comment, and not just singled out Nicki Minaj. But again, they're both on the same level in terms of just not representing hip hop as it should. You know, they both need to be, you know, canceled out. You know, that's just my thoughts on that. I'm just, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, this so-called beef between Nicki Minaj and Cardi B, is it entertaining? It is entertaining. It is. I'm gonna be honest. It is. Just seeing that goddamn fight footage and that big ass knot on Cardi B, and the fact that that photo is going to be remembered forever, and the fact that your goddamn child, your daughter, is going to see that growing up, and your bird brain ass is going to have to explain that to your daughter, and the cycle continues because you're going to be raising somebody that's going to mimic you to a T. it is what it is, man. It is what it is. So those are my thoughts on that, family. Leave your comments down below in the comment section. Yeah, as far as that Mac Miller dude, it's unfortunate. I don't know too much about. I heard of at Mac Miller, and I've heard a few tracks from him, but it's unfortunate. He OD'd, and he dated Ariana Grande. They broke up, and that's when he had his downward spiral and drug overdose or whatever the case may be. But it's unfortunate, man. A lot of rappers is dying. Drugs and violence. It's unfortunate, man. It really is. It really is. So anyway, those are my thoughts about that, family. Leave your comments down below in the comment section, family. Until next time, Chauncey, a.k.a. The Black Separatist, signing up.